For more on this, we go tonight to Robert Naiman. He's the policy director at Just Foreign Policy. Robert, thanks for joining us tonight. Let's get right to this issue of Congress not giving approval for either administration. They really haven't weighed in on this the way they should. Why not, and what is the future of this as you see it from a congressional standpoint?
Well, the good news is that in the Senate, Senators Bernie Sanders, Mike Lee, and Chris Murphy are invoking these provisions of law to force a debate and vote on ending unauthorized, illegal, unconstitutional U.S. participation in the catastrophic Saudi war in Yemen. And we expect a floor vote this week. These provisions of law have never been used before in the Senate since the War Powers Resolution was passed in 1973. So this is really historic. Of course, it's also true that the catastrophe is historic, and the responsibility of the United States government for this catastrophe is extreme. We're hopeful that we can win this vote, and that if we win this vote, we'll win the war. Already in June... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, basically what you're pointing out is that the United States has no moral high ground whatsoever here, and there are a few people in the Senate who are trying to shake the moral tree of the American people on this issue. I mean, how else could we put it?
Well, that's right, and shaken in two ways. One is in two deeply related ways. One is shaking the moral tree of U.S. responsibility for the catastrophe in Yemen, which is a direct and deliberate result of the U.S.-backed Saudi war and the U.S.-backed Saudi blockade. So that's one way. And the other way that we're shaking the tree is reminding Congress that under Article 1 of the Constitution and the War Powers Resolution, it's the United States Congress, not the President, that decides when the U.S. goes to war if the U.S. has not been attacked. So these two things are related. If Congress doesn't weigh in, that means that the American people don't get a say. That means that the administration's arguments aren't vetted. And the sponsors of this resolution are saying to the Trump administration and its supporters, if you believe that this is justified, then come before us and present your case and let us have a vote up or down. Don't do this as a covert. Don't do this as a covert war. Let the American people weigh in. We have tremendous bipartisan support, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, for the idea that Congress should reclaim its constitutional war powers. And that's going to happen this week. We do have a threat from Democrat Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire and Republican Todd Young, who have introduced the competing do-nothing resolution to allow the war to continue. But we believe we can defeat that resolution and win 51 votes with the Sanders-Lee resolution to end the war.
Okay. Robert Naiman, Policy Director at Just Foreign Policy. Nice to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.
Good to be with you.